Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
Hey, what is up, trainers? PoGo Joel here, coming at you with another Jungle Cup video. In this video, we're going to focus on the normal type Pokemon that are finally getting some love, finally getting a spot in a Silph Arena Cup. So the normal types are going to have a really awesome chance to shine here. You do have various ones that stand out. If you find any of this helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Up first we have Vigoroth, the king of the Jungle Cup meta. Vigoroth, you know that championship belt Machoke and Machamp wear? Vigoroth punked them for it. You know that GoFest medal that you might have won if you went to GoFest, or all those GoFest PvPers that won the tournament have? Yep, Vigoroth owns that. It's undisputably the best thing in this meta. There has not been a winning lineup that I've seen online at all that did not run Vigoroth. I know there's some people that are like, oh, I'm going to try to do it without it. It's very tough. I still haven't seen it yet. But hey, good luck if you're going to try that. Vigoroth is definitely a beast. It stands out the most. It's very aggressive. You're going to be wanting to run counter as the fast move. Yes, it has the fighting move counter. And as the charge move, it's up to you. Body Slam is your best bet. You need to have that required. If you can't afford a secondary move, just go in there with Body Slam. You are fine. If you do want a secondary move, though, you can go Bulldoze or Brick Break. I feel like Brick Break is a little redundant since you're using counter, which is a fighting move already. So Bulldoze will at least give you an additional coverage towards the electric types, but to be honest with you, I don't find myself using Bulldoze as much as I do Body Slam. It just charges up fast. You could probably get 2 off almost in the cost of 1 Bulldoze, or 1.5. But yeah, definitely a very awesome matchup here. If you do get in a mirror match with another Vigoroth, it's going to come down to shield play and piggybacking, and sometimes you can even beat each other up without having to use the Body Slam. So play around with it. Definitely worth the risk there. And Vigoroth is actually one of the more best or safest switching in. So if you go in there with something else and then you need something, Vigoroth can cover everything in the meta. Even things that wall it. So the things that do beat it are going to be some of the bug types, the bug flyers, and the straight up grass Pokemon. So those razor leaf users, ouch, watch out for them. Other things that destroy us are going to be Heracross because it has counter, and Breloom because it has counter, and our only weakness is to fighting. So definitely look out for those guys. If you see them, you probably want to pull out, but we're just showing you what happens if you stay in with these guys. Tough just learned Charm, so look out, Vigoroth. But Vigoroth, king of the jungle for sure. It's going to be very hard to get around this guy. If you don't have him on your team, highly consider trying to get one. Hopefully you got one from Community Day. Up next we have Noctowl, one of the awesome Johto Pokemon that Ash used to run, with Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and Nightshade. It has an attack of 145, defense of 156, stamina of 225, so it's a pretty awesome option here. Like Vigoroth, Noctowl is on the top of the Jungle Cup. There's a lot of things it can wall. It can definitely destroy any of the grass type Pokemon that come up in here. It goes toe to toe with shields against some of the top bug flyers, and it can definitely work against those bugs, so look out for that. You do have to look out for electric. It's going to be weak to electric, ice, and rock, but it does resist ghost, ground, bug, and grass, so you're pretty much covered here. Noctowl, you're going to want to unlock that secondary move. It's only going to cost you 10,000 Stardust, so definitely a very awesome secondary move you can unlock there. For that secondary move, it's really up to you. You can run Psychic if you want that big kind of nuking move. It does really do well. Or if you want, you can run the dark move that it does have, Nightshade. So totally up to you what you decide. You just have to think about what matchups you want to use those secondary moves in. Psychic will be more powerful against like Lantern, the Alolan Rocks, and Raichus. Nightshade will be stronger against some of the Magnet family Pokemon and also the Alolan Raichu. But totally up to what you decide to run. It's going to be a very good option. It will resist some of those counters, or not resist, but be neutral to them. But look out if you're starting off with Vigoroth, you might want to switch. If you switch into Noctowl, that might work, but keep an eye out. That might affect you there. So definitely consider Noctowl on your team, as it's one of the top Jungle Cup Pokemon as well. Another normal type representing there for us in the Jungle Cup. Plus it's Noctowl. Nice chance to bring that thing out and let it shine. Up next we have Pidgeot, another one of Ash's awesome picks here, with an attack of 166, defense of 154, stamina of 195. It's a normal and flying type Pokemon, resisting Ghost, Ground, Bug, Grass, weak to Electric, Ice, and Rock. So it is going to be a very good option for you if you have the legacy move set Wing Attack. It's a fast move. Luckily this one actually does. A long time ago I traded for a lot of legacy move Pokemon, and I finally found a cup where I can power this up and use it in. So pretty awesome here. I know you guys got shiny Pidgeys and you can power them up and use them. It's not going to be as good, but Pidgeot comes in as the number 2 normal and flying type Pokemon. After this, the normal flyers really do drop off after Noctowl and Pidgeot, but Pidgeot does put in work. It's going to have to watch out for the electric users for sure, and if you run into any of the Alolan Rocks, be careful, that will annihilate you, so definitely look out for them. Another cool thing to note about it is that in a mirror match with Noctowl, it can overcome it. It really depends on the PvP IVs, but Pidgeot most of the time does come out over Noctowl. It does have access to Aerial Ace, a spammy flying move, and then for the secondary move, go ahead and unlock it. It's only 10,000 Stardust. Go with Brave Bird, so you have one nuking type move that you can definitely bring out and use against some of your opponents. And for those of you who don't have the legacy fast move Wing Attack, it gets very difficult to suggest a fast move for you. You can go Steel Wing, you don't pick up any stab from it, but it does hit neutral to a lot of things. Or Air Slash. Air Slash, I mean, it worked for Charizard in the last cup, but might not be the best option for you. Pidgeot will drop off a bit, but Pidgeot is a beast that you can bring in for the Jungle Cup. Up next, out of nowhere, thanks to Niantic's move update, we have Wigglytuff. This tough little fuzzy fur ball is going to tear up the meta in the Jungle Cup. It has an attack stat of 156, a defense of 90, but makes up for it with a stamina of 295, resisting Dragon, Ghost, Bug, and Dark. Its only weaknesses are to Poison and Steel, and it knows the new very fast move Charm, which works very similar to Razor Leaf, except Charm hits so many things for neutral damage, and yeah, look out for it. It's kind of crazy to have this move in the game. It really propelled Wigglytuff from being around ranked in the 70s in the overall meta to the top 15. Definitely a meta threat now and an anti-meta option. So for Charm, it is like Razor Leaf. It's going to take 11 charms before you can get to your first charge move. It's about 15 seconds of match time. Your charge moves unlock the secondary charge move for 10,000 Stardust. You're going to want to run Play Rough because you'll pick up Stab from that move, and Ice Beam for the coverage against the Bug Flyers and the Grass type Pokemon in the meta. And then if people aren't familiar with Wigglytuff, it's going to be very difficult for them because they're not going to be sure what to block. And these charge moves, if you let Wigglytuff get to them, can definitely put some hurt on you. Definitely look out for that. Vigoroth and Wigglytuff. So the king versus the new potential queen of the Jungle Cup. What it's going to happen is Wigglytuff can overcome it depending on the IVs and shield play. but it will definitely do some damage for you, depending on the situation. So play around with it. Wigglytuff will do better if it has at least one shield. It does better with shields, it looks like, and it looks better as a Pokemon you switch into or come in afterwards. It's probably not the best lead, but you might be able to catch like Vespiquen, watch out Vespiquen, and some of the other leads here. And those Alolan Rock Boys need to watch out for it as well. The top counters are going to be Ivysaur, Venusaur, Fortress with Heavy Slam, Dustox, Venomoth, and Beedrill can even put a hurt on it because of that poison weakness. Up next we have Munchlax, the cute little hungry guy, ready to make a splash in the Jungle Cup, but a little splash. I don't think too many people are going to be bringing it in. It is really great in the General Great League, but for this cup it's going to be very hard for it because it runs Lick. It mostly counts on the Lick to get you there really fast. For your charge moves, you're going to be running Lick, Body Slam, and for the secondary move, totally up to you. Unlock it for 10,000. You're either going to want Sludge Wave, which is probably the best option. It's that nuke damage, or Bulldoze if you want another 2-bar charge move there for you. I have Bulldoze here. I should probably switch that over. Munchlax has an attack of 137, a defense of 117, and a stamina of 286. So it's definitely bulky. In this cup, the bugs are going to want to look out for Munchlax, but other than that, going up against the other normal types, it makes it very difficult to overcome because normal tends to resist Ghost, just like you see here on the left, and it's weak to fighting. So that matchup against Vigoroth, the king of the meta, makes it very difficult to overcome that. You can consider running Pound. It's a normal move, but at least instead of hitting some of the main meta Pokemon with resisted damage, you'll hit them with neutral damage and pick up Stab. So that's something you can consider, but most do suggest Lick because Lick is a very, very fast charging move. But yeah, you can see right here, these feeble attempts to try to take on Vigoroth with it do not work. Lick is just hardly doing any damage to it at all. Now coming at you from far out, we have some off-meta picks that can work in the cup. We have Linoone, which we saw come out for Worlds. That was a pretty popular pick there. It can do really well, except it also counts on a Ghost fast move with Shadow Claw. That will hold it back against its other normal types, but it will do good against the Electric Rock Boys, the Electric Boys, and some of the bugs. So definitely a usable Pokemon, maybe not the top normal choice. You have Swellow. It's like the third best normal flying, but if you can't get Noctowl, or if you don't have that Legacy Pidgeot, I mean, this could be an option for you. Not as good as those, but could be. We have Castform with Weather Ball. That could be a very fun move for you, and if you have that shiny Castform, hey, might be a good chance to pop it out. Miltank is a surprise. Miltank running the Tackle, Body Slam, and Ice Beam. So Ice Beam, you do pick up that coverage. Then from there, you can go Chansey if you want a good tanky Pokemon for your team, except Chansey not going to be doing too great. You can run Pound and Hyper Beam or Dazzling Gleam. That'll probably be the best moveset. And then Snorlax falls in that boat too. You can go Kangaskhan with Power Up Punch. That could be beastly for you. And then after that, you do have Ice or Fire Hidden Power Porygon. Some people did bring up Delkitty with Charm now. It's not bulky enough. Alrighty trainers, there you have it, the best of the best normal type Pokemon for the Jungle Cup. If you found anything helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and let me know down there in the comment section which normal types are you bringing in. I'm pretty sure Vigoroth and Noctowl are going to be on almost everyone's list. Any other ones that you bringing in? Let me know down there below. And until next time trainers, battle on!